Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and this is Raspberry Reads. I'm doing an impromptu video for you today. This is the mid-year book freakout tag. And I just thought it'd be fun to sit down and do this one quickly. I'm in the process of making dinner, so yeah, this should only take me a few minutes to cover for you. So the first question is the best book that I've read so far this year. I've had a few 5-star reads, but for sure the book that comes to mind immediately is James by Percival Everett. I just finished reading James and I thought it was a fantastic book. It was so innovative. It was a great retelling of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. Yeah, great writing, great characters, so innovative, so definitely the best book so far this year. The second prompt is the best sequel that I've read so far this year. Now, I don't read too many series, but the best sequel that I have read is Shift by Hugh. That's in the Omnibus, or the Wool trilogy. It's a dystopian sci-fi. Yeah, really great world building in that book. A new release that you haven't read yet but you want to get to. I've mentioned this lots on my channel, but The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I just picked up a copy in early June when I went to Foyles in London, and I'd really like to get to that hopefully in August. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I can't remember very many off the top of my head, but one that sticks in my mind is by Tracy Chevalier. There's a book called The Glassmaker coming out, I think in like September, October time, and that is historical fiction that's set in Italy, and it's all about sort of glassmaking and like family saga type thing. The next prompt is biggest disappointment so far this year, and that has to be The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. That was so hyped up, it's so popular, and I just did not like it at all. I've talked about that sort of at length on this channel, and I'll try and link that video down below for you if you're curious to know why. Biggest surprise of this year so far will have to be T.J. Klune. So I read The House in the Cerulean Sea, which was also a 5-star read, and I loved T.J. Klune's writing. I didn't know that he wrote such like whimsical and accessible and representative fiction for all ages. I really enjoyed The Cerulean Sea. I'd like to read more, so yeah, it was like a pleasant surprise to enjoy that book so much. Favorite new author, I think, would have to be probably Claire Keegan. So I read, I think it's called Small Things Like These. I'll put the name on the screen if that's not correct. But that was set in Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, in the 1980s, I think. And yeah, she just had a really nice writing style, sort of gentle, well thought out characters, not overly complicated, and I definitely like to read more from Claire Keegan. New fictional crush, and I don't have any. I don't tend to relate to books in that way, really. At least not the books that I read. Newest favorite character. I mean, kind of it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I really liked the character of James, in James. I thought he was a complex but nuanced character, and that just was really well thought out and lended itself well to a retelling of Huckleberry Finn. A book that made me cry, well, that would have to be Anne of Green Gables. I read that earlier in the year, and the part about Matthew just got me right away. It wasn't surprising because I knew what was going to happen, but nonetheless, I was still tearing up. I should say that I saw lots of different versions of this tag, and the one that I'm going off of is the one that I used last year, and there was a book that made me happy. Okay, the only book that comes to mind, actually, and I've got it right behind me because I'm filming on the bookshelf, so a book that made me happy in sort of a sentimental way was The Liar's Dictionary by Ellie Williams, and it's mainly because I gave this particular copy to my dad several years ago, and then after he had passed away, I brought this home to read, and I really enjoyed it, and it made me happy because I'm so glad that I enjoyed a book that he also enjoyed. Most beautiful book that you bought so far this year? Hold that thought. Most beautiful book that I've bought so far this year, I think it's going to be The Covenant of Water. What a beautiful cover. It's got these like nice sort of greens and blues and the orange. I think it just works really well together. And I think it's also a beautiful story. So even though I think this is possibly relating to like the aesthetics of the book cover, this is beautiful both inside and out. And then what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Well, I don't have to read any books by the end of the year, but Covenant of Water is certainly one of them. I'm also reading Burnham Wood. I'd like to finish that by the end of the year. And I would really like to read Dracula by Bram Stoker by the end of the year. So yes, let's just go with those three. So yes, if you haven't done this tag yet and you'd like to, then please do. If you don't do tags but you'd like to put your comments, your responses rather, in the comments below, then please feel free to do that as well. And that just leaves me to say that I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is that you're reading, and I will see you soon in a new video. Take care. Bye.